Now, Scorpio, you are becoming someone else in the world now. And it's a complicated story, but Virgo for you is who you become in the world. The reason why you haven't become in the world who you want to become in the world is because you thought you needed the world's permission. Mm-hmm. You thought you needed the world to sign off on it. Mm-hmm. You thought you needed the world's support. Why do you feel you need the world's support to be who you are in the world? Because you were damaged with your inner child relationship and you did not know that you can love yourself independently and just be okay. So, the Pisces rule, which we haven't got into, is, you have to be in love with yourself, in love with your inner child for you to become who you're meant to become in the world. If you are expecting the world to officially say, yes, you are this, yes, I recognize your fluidity, I recognize this about you. If you expect the world to recognize you, you just gave your power to the world. You just said, oh, I can't be who I am. I need your signature. I need the government to pass these laws. I need this to happen for me to be who I am. If you say you need the world to acknowledge it, you're not in your power. Is that how creation works? Power is in your heart. So the new Scorpio says, I am, period. Move around me. And that forces the world to move around you. Now, with Pluto 29 Capricorn, the way this trines in is, actually at 3, you cannot change your attitude about life and have real power in life. So the planets are saying, Scorpios, it's their attitude. It's your mind's preset disposition, your pre-foregone conclusions that you made, inability or lack of desire to negotiate the way you think about it in that final hour. Scorpios come to the table like decided. There's no negotiation with most Scorpio. It's like, this is it, period. Or I'm going to do this or I'm going to do that. So quite often Scorpios will say, it's either my way or I'm leaving or I'm giving you some sort of ultimatum, some sort of drawing the line. It's this way or. And it's like, that's a 2-option street. That's not going to work in a 5D world. So the reason why your attitude, in my opinion, is so fixed is because you've got it backwards. You're thinking that who you become in the world, you will not become who you are in the world unless you have this attitude, right? The truth of the matter is the attitude itself turned into who you become in the world. I hope that makes sense. So Scorpios will have a big attitude adjustment in different areas of their life. I'm not saying it's all with everyone when I'm being critical here. It's only one part of yourself. I'm not talking about your whole being. I'm talking about finessing one part of you. So if you end up becoming who you are in the world, period, okay, which is I love myself and love myself some more, then your attitude will adjust and the right attitude will bring even more flexibility and less friction. Now, that said, with the sun in Libra, what's changing is your faith, okay? And this is a big one for Scorpios. I got to tell my Scorpio friends. Quite often, you approach me already afraid it will go the wrong way. Quite often, Scorpios are like, I don't want to go the wrong way. I don't want to turn out the way I don't want. I don't want this to happen. I don't want that to happen. You mean to tell me you have no faith that you're going to get the outcome that you desire? That's what you're telling me. Tell me that unless you do this, you're not going to get what you want. Unless you do this in the outer world, you're not going to do this you want. That tells me that you don't have a fair relationship with God. You don't know that you're going to be received like everyone else on the planet. So the Libra mirage is Scorpios have to come to the table faithful that one way or another, God is going to give them everything they want. And so when you come to the table knowing that you're going to get everything you want, suddenly the negotiation is so intense. Suddenly there aren't ultimatums. Suddenly there aren't, stands, standing your ground. Because frankly, you're standing your ground without God behind you. That's why you're overstanding quite often. And God is behind you. You're just not recognizing it in the we. So for Scorpios, the we is me and God, ... Okay, me and the universe, ... We, me and the universe are already together on this. Are you going to be a part of it or not a part of it? Comes to the conversation. Now, what this changes into the I for you is your daily life, okay? This story of I, and I hear this to Scorpios all the time. I was born to struggle. I was born sick. I. And yes, that was true, and that's how you manifested. But in the moment, it's been sort of I for Scorpios, and very rarely we or us or we need to kind of thing. And that's because in most cases, Scorpios have determined that it's them against the world. So they've come with that perspective already. And that reflection of them against the world comes from the fact that they don't feel legitimately that God is behind them. And so when they come on the earth, they come on the earth as if they have no help, as if they're isolated. And so the way you are in the present can be somewhat uncomfortable to be around because you're presenting in the present this us or them kind of totality. You're presenting you're willing to fight no matter what it takes. That's sexy and all, But at the end of the day, that doesn't unify, right? So you're going to become much more of a we in the I if you realize that God's on your side and you incorporate that into whatever you do. And so we're going to see Scorpios really changing their role in the world here in the next 30 days. I think that was from my Scorpio brother. That's funny. All right. So really how you live in the moment is going to change when you incorporate that it is we, you, and the universe that's speaking.
It's serious joy, joy, joy.